अपना टाइम आएगा।
आएगा भैया आएगा।
कब आएगा? बात 6 महीने पहले की है, when the pandemic began and the instructions to stay at home came. दिल और दिमाग से होते हुए हमारी ज़ुबान पर एक ही आवाज़ आई, अपना टाइम आ गया। अब ना तो फॉर्मल्स की टेंशन थी और ना ही फॉर्मेलिटीज़ की। सही कहूँ तो हम फ्री थे यार, बहुत फ्री। हाँ ठीक है, वी डिड यूटिलाइज आवर टाइम टू ग्रो प्लान्स, टू ग्रो आवर बॉडीज़, टू ग्रो आवर हॉबीज़ and even grow our relationships. But despite our best intentions, the vast majority of us still believe that we haven't made the best use of this time in isolation. But ठीक है ना यार, at least this time gave us the opportunity to slow down our life, take a pause and see what and who matters. And there is no doubt that we have changed. Anyway, if there is one thing which made the best use of this time, then it's my hair. And I'm quite happy about it because the lazy, crazy, hazy days of winters are coming and long hair loves to be around denim jacket and leather jacket. In fact, it was the same time last year when I got serious about growing my hair. It took me 2 damn years to defeat her in the war of hair length. So in respect of this small achievement, let me walk you through my journey right from the first seed to this flourishing garden. Let me start with my thoughts. Why I believe that every guy should grow his hair at least once in life. Then the basics, which will help you kickstart your journey and avoid the common mistakes, which will be followed by my full day hair care routine. So just like any other guy with short hair, I used to think a lot about long hair. But it was in 2018 when a thought came to my mind and things just turned around. So the thought was, when we go to a party wearing one of our coolest and one of our most comfortable outfit, we feel confident. No matter in which corner of the party we are standing, we know that we are turning heads. But as soon as we reach home and get into our pajamas, we take off that confidence along with the clothes. So I always used to think, can I wear something 24/7 which can add a lot to my confidence and style and I don't have to take it off ever? The only answer was long hair. In other words, hair is a crown on your head, so one must respect and protect it. Then right away I searched about things so that I could take the right steps ahead. And my journey started with face shape, because face shape matters. So if you have been asking your friends or relatives whether you should grow your hair or not, stop doing that, because your face will answer that question for you. One must know that there is a long hairstyle for every face, and some faces even have more options than the other. If you look on the internet, there are a lot of charts available which give you an idea about which hairstyle will look good on your face. So my personal suggestion is that one must start their journey by going through these charts. Let me take my example. I have an oval face and these were the 3 options that I had. I went with the third one and I was quite happy with it. But this wasn't the final destination. I realized that most of the time, whether I was at work or at home, I kept my hair tied and was quite fond of man bun. So I decided to grow further and now I have chest length hair which gives good volume and size to my bun. So what I'm trying to convey is, it's good to be a little flexible when it comes to long hair. Moving on, the second right step is to visit your barber and get an even haircut. This will help you avoid a lot of awkward phases along the way and your head will always look balanced. Alright then. It's time I share with you my full day hair care routine. Let's pretend that it's a normal day. Alarm has just rung and somewhere between 5:30 or 5:45 I wake up, and while strolling outside I comb and retie my hair to avoid any kind of tangles. Go for a wide toothed comb and a soft band. This takes up around 10 to 15 minutes, and by 6 am I have 2 glasses of lemon water. To be specific, half lemon for 2 glasses of water. Lemon is a good source of vitamin C, and this vitamin improves the rate at which your hair grows by boosting the production of collagen. Moving on to 6:45, I spend around 20 to 25 minutes on Anulom Vilom and Kapalbhati Pranayam. Anulom Vilom Pranayam is a breathing exercise that removes impurities from skull nerves and benefits the hair scalp. Kapalbhati Pranayam is again a breathing exercise which prevents hair loss by increasing the blood flow to the scalp and strengthening the hair roots. Then it's time for shower and time for me to comb my hair once again to prevent knots at the time when the hair are wet. and this applies to any and every type of hair. Now most of us take shower in the morning hours, but did you know that switching your shower time can also be beneficial for your hair? Especially if you have thin hair, consider washing it before bed rather than at the start of the day. Our hair generally gets exposed to dirt and dust every day, which fills up the hair follicles, causing the hair to be weak and thin. Therefore, it is better to rinse the dirt off at night before going to sleep. Make sure you dry your hair before you jump on the bed. Alright, now there are 3 important points that are very basic but are often ignored. Water, shampoo, conditioner. When we pour water on our head, we should start with lukewarm water. A cold shower might jumpstart our senses in the morning, but they won't dissolve the dirt which is there in our head. Also, make sure that you're using good quality water, because hard water is one of the prime reasons of weak roots and hair fall. So if you think that the water in your area is little hard or of bad quality, consider adding a pinch of sodium carbonate or washing soda in water, which will soften the water a little bit. Then comes shampoo, and this is where the blunder happens. Let me show you something. So I have this book called Hair Yoga by Javed Habib, and right in the first chapter he writes that people tell me that they have tried various hair cosmetics and techniques in order to improve the quality of their hair or as a remedy for a certain hair issues, but they never get the desired results and the problem continues to persist. I have observed that in most people with hair troubles, it is not effort that is lacking, but basic knowledge of their own hair. Knowing and understanding your hair is the foundation of all things related to hair. Once you understand what type of your hair is, what it needs and requires, half of your hair troubles will be solved there and then. So, do you know the type of your hair? If no, well, let Javed Habib help you, because further he writes that there are basically 4 types of hair: normal hair, dry hair, oily hair, or composite hair. Let's start with normal hair. Normal hair type is generally wavy and the scalp is neither too dry nor too oily in this hair type. This is considered the best hair type because its maintenance is easy. This well-balanced type of hair is neither too greasy nor too dry. It is considered to be healthy and is easy to maintain. A mild shampoo is best for this type of hair. But we should remember that this hair type belongs to the exclusive club of very few lucky people who have normal hair. Then comes dry hair. This hair type is fragile, limp, lank, and prone to split ends. This type of hair is difficult to manage as it gets dry and rough fast. It gets tangled, resulting in damaging hair. In this type of hair, the scalp is dry, flaky, and sensitive due to lack of moisture or inadequate sebum production. The dry texture of this hair can be corrected to a certain extent by using rich conditioners with cream shampoos. The third one is oily or greasy hair type. Oily hair type is generally straight and flat, and the scalp gets oily very fast in this hair type. Oily hair is a result of overproduction of sebum, which also causes dandruff. It is difficult to manage this type of hair since hair sweats and dirt easily sticks to it, and almost daily washing is required. If possible, a normal herbal shampoo should be used. It is not necessary to massage with oil or brush too often, as this might overactivate the sebaceous gland. And I must tell you, dandruff is like slow poison to this type of hair. And then at the last, we have composite hair type. Hair that is generally oily on the scalp but dry on the tips. The oiliness appears after about 6 hours of washing. Extra care should be taken during summer months, and it should be shampooed at least twice a week. Normal hair shampoo is best suited for this type of hair as it removes the scalp's oiliness and prevents drying at the tips. So the summary of his words are that we should do what is right for our hair and not what we just want to do. So select your shampoo according to your hair type, which you can easily find out by looking at the front and back label of the product. Cool then, back to our routine. Now when the shampoo is done, we should thoroughly rinse our hair so that no shampoo is left behind, because if it does, it can be harmful. Also use cool to cold water to rinse your hair. Even in winters, try to avoid hot water because it makes your hair weak and rough. Moving on to an important point, especially for those who have oily hair like mine. Guys, we can add an extra step of rinse after the normal rinse, but this time with either water plus vinegar or water plus lemon. It makes the hair less oily and brings back the bounce. I generally do it twice a week. This point leads us to conditioners. Now it is suggested that we should condition our hair every time we shampoo our hair. But frankly speaking, I don't do it every day. I generally do it on alternate days because I don't like my hair to be very smooth and shiny. Now when the question comes, which conditioner? Well, there are 1,000 brands out there, but I prefer the natural ingredients to condition my hair. For oily hair, you can use water plus vinegar. For normal hair, eggs or aloe vera are good source of conditioning. For dry hair, curd is the best source. Let them rest for at least 1 hour and then rinse them off with a shot of cold water. Now if your tight schedule doesn't allow it, you can go with the ones available in the market, but make sure you buy the one according to your hair type. Now let's talk about drying, which might make you change an old habit. Many of us have this habit of roughly rubbing our hair after the shower, which is a bad move because our hair are the weakest when wet. A good alternative is to pat dry your hair and then let the natural hair do the job. Moving a bit fast forward, now it's 10 am and it's time for breakfast. Now you might think, why is this guy talking about breakfast in a video that is about hair growth? Well, वो इसलिए क्योंकि hair growth is an internal process and your diet plays an important role when it comes to the quality of your hair. आसान भाषा में, your hair is what you eat. Eat a nutritious and balanced diet with appropriate amount of carbs, vitamins, fat and protein. Protein being the most important one, so try to include a natural source of protein in every meal. Some good sources of protein are cheese, yogurt, soya bean, eggs, pulses, milk, etc. At the same time, take sufficient amount of omega-3 essential fatty acid, which is found in plant-based foods such as flaxseed, chia seed and walnut. Alright, after covering all the meals, now it's 11 pm and it's time for bed. But before I jump on the bed, I remember to comb and retie my hair once again to avoid knotting. Now I must tell you here that I do oil my hair at least once a week before I go to bed. I keep it overnight and the next day I wash it. And this completes my hair care routine. Now before I end the video, I really want to tell you that I haven't tried hair masks yet. I know there are thousands of those on the internet, but I just don't want to try any random one. I want to try something which has been passed on to you by your mother or grandmother and which is working for you. So if possible, do share one in the comment section and I would love to try it. Cool then, start your journey, ignore the noise, and I'll see you on the way because this is Pop Roots and we are working together.